Guys, who here wants to talk about some brand new Dobyns Prototype rods that no one knows about? They're not out yet. I don't even know how we got them, but we've got them on the boat, and we're going to have an in-depth conversation, or maybe more of a first look type of conversation about what these rods are and how much you're going to love them. Guys, it's Brian with American Legacy Fishing Company. We're out here on the beautiful Ohio River. Don't hear that too often, but to me it's beautiful. So we're out here on the river. We're going to talk about these rods. We are very excited and very honored to be able to have these rods in our possession and kind of give you guys a first look at them, talk to you about them, and give you a little sneak peek on something that nobody else knows about. And so without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it. We've got two models, and we put a little teaser on Facebook, did a little contest, gave away some gift cards. So we've got 4 winners. I'm going to announce them at the end of the video. The contest was to guess the two models exactly correct. I gave one hint, and that was that they are the same length. And we got 4 people that guessed it. So you guys have $50 gift cards coming to you. Like I said, we'll get to that at the end. For now, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the 2 new Dobyns Xtasy Prototype models. We have an Xtasy DRX 610-1 SF and 610-2 SF. So these are spinning rods, 6 foot 10 inches, a light and a medium light. And these are designed and marketed as minnow shaking rods. And Gary designed these rods himself, and you can tell he did because the actions are absolute perfection on both of these. I'm going to start with the 1 power, talk about it very briefly. And as I go into these, I want you guys to know and keep in mind that even though these are really designed as mid-strolling rods, minnow shaking rods, whatever you want to call them, they will do an unbelievable job for a variety of presentations. They are certainly not just limited to forward-facing techniques. I know we've got a lot of people and a lot of followers that are, that do not use forward-facing, will never use forward-facing, or don't care about it at all. These aren't limited to just forward-facing techniques. I mean, this 1 power I've got in my hand here would be like an unbelievable drop shot rod, especially for lighter weights. I mean, this thing is just phenomenal. You look at a Loomis NRX Plus 822 drop shot rod, which is an incredibly popular model. I mean, this rod feels very similar to it, has a great action to it, just incredible comparison. So the point being, there are plenty of applications that these rods will absolutely excel at. But let's talk a little bit about them. First thing you might notice, anybody that is a Dobyns enthusiast, you may notice that the Xtasy spinning rods have never had a split grip handle. Both of these models feature the first ever split grip handle on an Xtasy spinning rod. They also have the hook keeper right here below the rear grip. And just a very, like all Xtasy series, very classy, very high-end looking rod. And of course they are. They're $549. Just like all the other Xtasys, they feature the Fuji Torzite guides. And if you pick this rod up and put it in your hand, the first thing you're going to notice, one, is the physical weight and the balance. And then the second thing you're going to notice is that the action is just money. Like it is so good, it's unbelievable, especially on this 1 power. The 2 power is great. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this 1 power, this light, is just, I mean, the combination of tip and power that you are looking for in, minnow shaking, absolutely. But in any finesse spinning rod presentation, this rod will knock it out of the park. It's so good, so good. If you have watched our Ultimate Rod Series, mid-strolling video, we talked about how the ideal characteristics for a mid-strolling rod would be something in the 6'6", 6'8", 6'10", 7-foot range, somewhere in that 6-inch bucket. And this is 6'10", so it fits perfectly there. But what we talked about more than that really is that you need a really, really soft tip so you can really shake that minnow and impart some action and make it kind of roll without moving it a tremendous amount horizontally or vertically in the water column. And that is exactly what they have achieved with the design of this blank. So I think for that particular presentation, you'll find this to be absolutely outstanding. Anything in the smaller to mid-size range for that particular presentation will be perfect for this 1 power. You get into some of the bigger stuff, the heavier stuff, like the Sakamata shads, the bigger sizes, you're going to want to use this 2 power. But for everything else, don't let the light designation scare you off. It feels a little bit stiffer than a light just with the amount of backbone here. Tip is very soft. It feels like a light, but there's enough backbone that you can fight a big fish and throw a decent sized bait on this without feeling underpowered. So then we're going to move on to the 2 power, which is classified as a medium light. And not much to say here, so I won't bore you with too much additional detail because it's pretty much the same rod, just 1 power heavier. I do feel like I prefer the tip on this 1 power a little bit more than the 2 power. That could just be a personal preference, but this 2 power is going to be awfully deadly too. Really nice tip, good amount of backbone. It has less, it feels like it is slightly faster than the 1 power. Of course, sometimes when rods get to be a little bit stiffer, that's just naturally how they feel. But I mean, if you give them the bend test on the carpet or something of that nature, you'll kind of pick up on that it seems to be just a tick faster. Still has a good tip, just obviously not quite as soft. And you've got some really nice power in the butt section of this rod. So plenty of applications you can cover here. Just a really good spinning rod, an all-purpose spinning rod, absolutely. But again, those bigger forward-facing, kind of minnow shaking applications, you're going to really see this rod shine. So as far as what we've seen, and I kind of hinted at it in that ultimate rod video that we knew something was coming, this would be the 1 power would be my ultimate mid-strolling rod. If price was no object, that's the one I'd go with hands down. So pretty happy to be able to show these to you. Pretty excited about them. We don't know when they're going to be officially released. We will obviously provide information, whenever that is available. And yeah, we're pretty excited. Glad to have these on board. Think they're going to make an excellent addition to the Xtasy lineup, which is already a very impressive lineup of rods. So that's what we've got. Now, we do have the piece of business to tend to about the Facebook gift card deal, and I have the names right here. And so if you hear your name, you can expect a gift card to be coming to your email here in the next little while, and you may already have it as of the time you watch this. So we've got 4 winners. We've got Ryan Weedle, Landon Sweeney, Nick Hummel, and Colin McGahee. So you 4 nailed it exactly accurate, nailed the models to a T. So excellent job by you guys. And yeah, we really appreciate you guys watching. And do me a favor, we don't even have any rods other than prototype rods on this boat. And I paid $6 to launch the boat just so we could have a background that wasn't me sitting at a boring desk. And so give us a like, throw a comment on here, make me feel like I got my $6 worth. I don't like wasting $6. Just dumb. If nobody cares about this, then I just threw $6 and we could have just done it, at our desk. Of course, it's good to get out on the water too. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Let us know what you think of these rods. We'll see you next time.